What's up, YouTube? Sherpa Drake here with an in-depth guide on acquisition encounter with challenges to get you ready for Master Vow. First, let's take a look at the basics. We're going to break this encounter down into 3 different subjects. 1 being layout, 2 being mechanics, and 3 being strategy. To give you guys an idea on how to complete this encounter, we're going to start off by looking at the mechanics. If time wasn't an issue, the most basic breakdown of the mechanics is us as Guardians need to kill the solar shielded Glyph Keeper and input the images we see into each obelisk. However, since time is an issue, we need to look at the totem pole to understand how to complete this in a timely fashion. If we were to think about this as a digital lock and password, the obelisk would be the lock and the totem pole is a key that gives you the password. So looking at the totem pole, we will read it from the top to the bottom. On the first row of the totem pole will be which side the knight spawns on. The knight is important because without the knight being killed, the second row will not be shown. The second row will indicate which room your runner will enter. The third row pops up as soon as they enter the room. The third row tells us which side the Glyph Keeper needs to be killed. Either the light side, which is left, or the dark side, which is right. Before the shielded Glyph Keeper has been killed, the timer for the next mechanic has already started ticking. Once your runner crosses the threshold for that door, a different totem pole will have indicated where the next taken knight has spawned. So per my suggestion, once the bottom row light or dark has been called, delay recording the symbol for the lock until the next knight has been located. From my experience, this will increase your success rate for completion. Repeating this in all 3 rooms will reward you with the password you need for the obelisk. Once successfully entering the password, that obelisk will be done and will guarantee it will not need to be shot for the rest of the encounter. Once all 3 obelisks have successfully had their password input, the encounter will conclude. So let's talk about the layout. Here we have an overhead map of the encounter thanks to FMLAD. What you might miss is how this is effectively broken down into 2 different sides. Triangle pyramid side and traveler circle side. And what is more often missed is how the doors are distributed on each of these sides. With drink, commune, kill, and worship being on the right, and brain, stop, grief, give, and enter being on the left. When the encounter first starts, all of the right hand doors will be open, and to switch, the same way the encounter starts, we'll flip them to the left. So after killing the first knight, if the first door that was shown on the totem pole is brain, then you already know you need to flip the door switch. My suggestion is to have the middle defender also be in charge of the door switch. Me and my clan simplify the call out to just be switch. Now that we have an understanding of the mechanics in the encounter, let's talk about strategy and challenges. We're going to use a 6-man team as a basis for all of the strategies. We would split up into 3 pairs, 2 middle, 2 right, 2 left. You will have a defender and a runner on each side. The defender will also be in charge of reading, and the runner will also be in charge of killing the taken knights. Let's jump into loadouts. My recommendation on loadout for the defender would be something like the Austriostriga or Huckleberry, in combination with the glaive for unstoppable champion stun, and a rocket to finish that ogre off. For a runner, I would highly suggest Eager's Edge Sword and something to take out the solar shielded Glyph Keeper. I personally use a Slideways Cartesian coordinates and it works pretty good. So to visualize this, you'll see I'm defending and reading. Then when things go south, you will see I switch to a runner during a Sherpa I was doing on twitch.tv/DrakeSG. Twitch.tv/DrakeSG. So to start, I call out which side of the knight spawns on, indicated by the top of the totem pole. Our team promptly took out the knight, and now I'm calling out which door needs to be entered. Once my allies enter the door, I'm letting them know whether the bottom symbol is dark or light, and they're going to record what the symbol they see is after taking out the Glyph Keeper. Once I see my ally has been downed, I take over for his role, recording the symbol, then continue to enter the other door that has been called out by the other team. Yeah, I'll check it. Okay, did I say it was light? It's Witch Queen logo. Yeah. Oh god, I forgot, dude. This is only visible because the other teams communicated where the knight had spawned and had taken it out prior to me entering this door. Go ahead and tell me light or dark. Now that I've entered, they've informed me on which side, light or dark, I need to record, as I proceed to grab the next symbol for the password. Okay, it's Scorn. So guys, we need Scorn, Witch Queen, and Ascendant Plane. Scorn, Witch Queen, Ascendant Plane. Everyone check your totem poles. Now all symbols are recorded. We will focus on finding the correct obelisk with the matching 3 symbols and focus fire the symbols until the game reads an obelisk accepts your offering. Score an Ascendant Plane, a Witch Queen. I need someone to come and help me shoot. Someone shoot Witch Queen on the opposite side. Just keep shooting Witch Queen. Keep shooting Witch Queen. Yo. Alright, first one's done. Alright, middle is done. Finally, to briefly go over some basic strategies for the challenge Swift Destruction. Let's first read what is required. Unstoppable ogres must be killed within 5 seconds of each other. The easiest way to do this, because the ogres do not spawn simultaneously, is to keep them alive until A, the round is done, or B, the encounter is over. If you're going with option A, I'd suggest a multi-mock with Unstoppable Glaive and Gajalahorn. The strategy being when it's time to kill, stun with the glaive and 1 galley shot will do the trick. Just don't stand too close. The option B is more or less leaning towards the master version coming out on the 19th of April. The reason I suggest leaving the ogre alive is because of a new build I'm highlighting, which involves the new Warlock Gauntlet, Osmiomancy Gloves, which can keep them frozen the entire encounter. You will also have things like Aegir Scepter and Demolitionist weapons to help with this challenge. We'll probably update this once a difficulty has been released. That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to check out my other videos. Going to have a Caretaker video plus challenge uploaded next week, so don't forget to tune in for that. And if those things interest you, subscribing would help a ton. As for now, I'm going to end it here, and as the Sherpas say, a la vida.